Behind every fear lies the effort of life to guide you towards a higher understanding. Let me show you 3 simple steps to overcome fear and anxiety from your life. And I mean it. And if you stay till the end, I will share a simple hack to transform all anxiety into joy. Transforming energy from one form to another. The first step is what I call the source identity. Is it a physical fear, a situational fear, or a psychological fear? Physical fear means there is a place which is quite, fearful, or you don't want to go there. And sometimes it's true, it's practical to avoid such places. For example, you can't jump from a balcony, or you can't jump from a mountain. It's a fear that's practical. Just like that, you don't want to go there because you know there is danger. Now comes situational fear, which means the current challenge, the current situation that you're facing right now, which you can't avoid because it's a part of challenge. So, I'll give you a real life example of mine. All we need to do here is shift from problem to solution. So how do we do that? For example, a person from my family member had some difficulty, like had some anxiety issues, you can say, and she was getting quite aggressive because of her mental problems that she was going through. And at that time, I became quite frustrated, like why she's doing all the time. We took her to the hospital, but they refused to admit her, and all the people were complaining, like she's shouting, not letting anybody sleep at night. And then I was always focused on the problem, and then I thought, okay, let me give solution a try, and started making a list of all the best psychiatrists near me, and then found one who had amazing reviews, and then contacted him, consulted online, gave some medications, and those medications worked. Now she's better and the problem went away because I focused on the solution. Just like that, in such situational fear or challenge which you have to face anyway, you need to focus from the problem to the solution. Now let us talk about psychological fear. In fact, in the previous case of situational fear, it's not the challenge or the situation that gives the problem. It's the psychological fear. We are constantly thinking about the problem, and we are repeating that thought of problem again and again in our minds, and we are not aware. We think the situation or the challenge is bringing us problem. No. The situation is there simply to tell us to deal with it, and we need to deal with it with the solution. Ultimately, we have to come up with a solution. But what we do is we take it into a psychological fear, and we keep thinking about the consequences, the negative consequences, and hence we start feeling fear about that situation. So all we need to do again is having the awareness that we are making it up. We are constantly thinking about the problem side, and this is why the problem expands. The second point, perhaps the most important point that we'll talk about now, is what I call the emotional engine. This fuels your fear. In fact, when you stay focused on the problem for such a long time that you start creating an emotion around that problem, and that's the reason why you feel so much disturbed and afraid from within. This emotional engine, this motion of your emotion hits you harder than anything else. Now, what you can do is you can use this emotional signal as a guidance, telling you that you are going in the opposite direction of your natural state, of your joyful state, and which is why you're feeling this way. Now, what's the solution? Now, many of us will say that relax, just let it go, just ignore it for a while. And I would say stop ignoring it, because you have not found out a solution, you have just ignored it. It's gonna come anyway, back again. What I want you to do is consider the other side of the fear, the solution side. This way, you stop the motion of fear little by little. And the clearer the situation gets, the solution gets, the weaker the motion of fear becomes. And this is what you want, believe me, guys. Slowly, your fear comes to rest and you create and get some space to set motion of your passion and desires. This is the motion that you want to create, and you are creating the motion of fear because you don't know how to deal with it. And the truth is, this fear wants you to understand and get better in terms of your understanding. An important note: it's hard to focus on your passion unless you find a way out from fear. This is why you don't feel like doing anything joyful at such moments of fear, because you need to deal with it. You need to find a solution, you need to find a way out, and then you set and give yourself freedom and space to celebrate and enjoy the desires of your heart. My last step for you would be to change the perspective, seeing fear or anxiety as life's guidance to help you up your game. This is how we actually transform. Seeing fear or anxiety as your life's greatest opportunity to rise and shine. And to be honest, that's true. You're lucky to have such an experience in life. You're getting closer to better by learning from these experiences. This fear too shall pass, but with a better you. As promised, let me share with you the hack which will help transform your fear or anxiety into joy. And you can note this down. Solution side plus emotional touch equals shifting towards joy. And this was the missing key, solution side. First, you focus on the solution side of the fear. The fear is trying to tell you something or teach you something. So focus on the solution side and then give the emotional touch or feel the emotions of the solution, how it feels to get a solution out of a fear. And it feels awesome, I would say. And this is how, through emotional motion, you shift towards joy and set space and freedom to focus on the things you truly desire, because you have now successfully found a way out from the fear through solution. Your task now is to figure out the solution side of your fear and feel how that solution frees you up from fear. And then bring your attention to your passion or desire of your life. Can you recognize that you have a choice to be you and express your desire? Try this out and share your honest experience with us in the comments below. Also, if you have any doubts, questions, or want me to cover a topic, do share in the comments. And yes, subscribe for daily life-changing audio lectures. Let life shine bright. Thank you.